Isn't it interesting that 2 years ago we showed that Deagle report?
Yes.
And it wasn't because of war, not pandemics.
But could it have been because of the so-called cures for the pandemics? Could it have been because of climate change? Could it have been because of industry manipulation?
Or there's no electricity, cold.
No.
So there's a few factors that is already popping up, but all are part of a possible agenda.
All right, here's another question. If there is a so-called shortage of fossil fuels, then why is OPEC reducing its production?
Why did that sheik warn the world?
Yes.
The West, for instance.
Are their profits down?
Oh, no.
No.
Not at all.
Now, Martin, there are people that have studied these things, and we're going to look at the video now by Professor Jonathan Dubey. He's from Israel, and he's going to talk about these issues. And we'll see that there is another aspect about the climate change issue, and that is that you cannot divorce it from the religious aspect. Let's just have a look what he has to say.
I'm professor of theoretical physics and chemistry at Ben-Gurion University in Israel. I'm also a member of Ben-Gurion University's School for Sustainability and Climate Change and the School for Nanoscale Science and Technology, also at Ben-Gurion University. I'm also one of the founders of the Israeli Forum for Rational Environmentalism, which is basically a think tank advocating for rational thinking in topics of climate, environment, and energy. There is no, what we would call in science, a smoking gun evidence that CO2 is related even to the majority of heating. We simply do not know. Now, this is something, you won't hear a lot of scientists say, right?
That they don't know. It's
right?
like confession of
confession
defeat.
of ignorance,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But that's the honest truth. It's a complicated system. We don't know. And there's actually, this is stated in the IPCC reports in something called the equilibrium climate sensitivity. That's the number that relates temperature to CO2. And it's all over the place. And our estimations of the contribution to CO2 hasn't changed from 1979. After billions of dollars invested into climate science.
And it still hasn't.
We don't know the answer.
I see. I'm following the system of these people, the way they think. We're the enemy.
Yes.
Humans are now the enemy.
Am
I right?
I completely agree with this.
Yes.
When you try to look at the root philosophy behind the climate alarmism, what you find out is that the ideal is an unimpacted nature. Gaia. The environment. You hear people talking, we must save the environment. What is the environment, right? It's an intangible thing. What is it?
So it has evolved into a spiritual thing.
It is a spiritual thing.
And a goddess in a way.
In a real way. And everything we do is first measured not by how good it is for humans, how does it promote human flourishing and human well-being, but the first thing it's measured by is it impacting the planet? Is it impacting the environment? Are we changing Gaia? Of course, if you follow the logic of this ideal, then clearly the cure is that there will be no humans on the planet, right? Then the ideal is complete.
Now, according to him, and Martin, you say he's an atheist
agnostic.
An atheist agnostic. We have reversed something. We've placed the earth in the prime position and humanity in the secondary position. What did God do in Genesis?
He put humanity in charge of creation.
So we have a classic reversal.
That's it.
And I have always maintained that Satan is the master of reversal. He has changed the position of the environment and humanity around.
Yeah.
He has changed the position of male and female around. He has changed the hierarchy around.
That's it.
He has placed the children and the youth above the parents. In every single sphere, he has been the master of reversal. And as he rightly says, if you're going to make the earth paramount, you have to destroy humanity.
Then it is, exactly. Like we said, if you want to take away CO2, there cannot be humanity.
Now, who's called the destroyer in the Bible?
Satan.
Satan.